Black Lives Matter is a social international movement that is originated from African American community that is focused on fighting back violence, discrimination, and racism towards black people in the US.
The pioneer of this movement, Alicia Garza, started this out of her empathy towards black people. She wrote out her frustration, sadness, and sympathy to the sad news about the shooting of Trayvon Martin and the acquittal of George Zimmerman in her Facebook. This movement was aimed to bring justice and equality to the US society. It advocates not only black empowerment but also embrace and discriminate parties regardless of their gender and race and religion. Started in 2013 because of the shooting of Trayvon Martin, Black Lives Matter keeps growing as an international movement.
Black Lives Matter started first in Facebook, Tumblr, and a petition website called Change.org. The co-founders made it viral using hashtag Black Lives Matter, memes, and Tumblr posts.
The shooting of Michael Brown in Ferguson 2014 triggered the actual first protest, which is called Black Lives Matter Freedom Ride to Ferguson. The next protest chapters took place in different states such as Alabama, California, Illinois, New York, etc. Other than that, BLM also uses entertainment media such as film and music to spread its message.
This movement is still going strong until now and is expanding its network to a wider range of networks. BLM was co-founded by three beautiful young, brave black activists.
They are Alicia Garza, Patrice Cullors, and Opal Tometi. Together, they maintain the loose structured movement. Now, 7 new staffs are helping the women to get BLM working.
The co-founders claimed that this movement was inspired by the old black movement. However, some of its activists claim that this movement is different from the old one.
For example, Al Sharpton said that BLM is different in the way that there is no church involvement and loyalty to the Democratic Party, like the old black movement.
Next, my friend will explain to you about further information on the founder of Black Lives Matter and its movement.
Cultural expressions hold significant importance in the development of Black Power movement. One of them is through music video. Here, I will talk about the roles of music video and analyzing the lyrics behind the chosen music video.
The BPM was so intrigued in shifting consciousness and culture. It projects the manifests scholars have addressed to the relationship between music and resistance. Through the perspective of cultural practices, this video unfolds how music worked in a way that allowed the development, mobilization, and realizations of the Black Power movement. Music, as a cultural expression, contributes in forming solid group solidarity, which is a major component for understanding political and social movements. Popular music was viewed as a vehicle for mobilizations that could challenge the inequities of American capitalism and racism, in order to create an affirmative ideology while either responding to or creating openings in the political system. Because the BPM is an all-encompassing movement that called for political, economic, and cultural changes, popular music rhythms and lyrics played a central role not only in supporting the BPM but also in providing a template for defining the movement. Curtis Mayfield, who along with the Impressions produced one of the songs under the title We Are a Winner on 1967. We Are a Winner conveys the essential ideological message of the BPM. From the title itself, it is a strong statement against inferiority complexes historically propagated among blacks by power brokers representing white social and cultural values. But the lyrics offer more than a critic. They offer an affirmative view of black culture that could foster mobilizations and sustain political actions under even threatening circumstances. We Are a Winner also shows that the music of the BPM was powerful enough to lead many radio stations to refuse to play it.
Social media has become an essential tool for the 21st century social movements as they pursue their own cases. In this section, I would like to examine the roles of social media, the implementation in the society, and also the impacts towards society in the case of Black Lives Matter movement. Social media has various roles in the society for social movements such as Black Lives Matter movements. One of its roles is to make people aware that there is something wrong in the society.
In the case of Black Lives Matter movement, Alicia Garza, Patrice Kulos-Brignac, and Opal Tometi started an activist movement with the use of the hashtag Black Lives Matter on Twitter in response to Trayvon Martin's death case in 2013.
Black Lives Matter movement then grew into a social campaign following the deaths of Michael Brown in Ferguson and Eric Garner in New York City in 2014. Kulos-Brignac, one of the co-founders of the movement, reported to the CNN.
Because of social media, we reach people in the smallest corners of America. We are plugging at a cord that has not been plugged forever. There is a network and hashtag to gather around. It is powerful to be in alignment with our own people. This shows that social media such as Twitter has a significant role to raise people's awareness regarding the Black Lives Matter movement.
The other role of social media is to spread the movement. As it has been mentioned before, Black Lives Matter first appeared in Twitter as a hashtag to make people realize that discrimination towards black people should be ended. According to a research by Freelore in 2016,
there were about 41 million tweets from about 4.5 million Twitter users related to Black Lives Matter and police killings of black people under questionable circumstances during June 1st, 2014 and May 31st, 2015.
The data shows that Twitter has a very big role in spreading the movement. Due to that, many people nowadays are acknowledged by Black Lives Matter movement while also supporting and spreading this movement when they post a tweet by using hashtag Black Lives Matter or other keywords related to BLM. The implementation of Black Lives Matter movement through social media is not only on Twitter. One of the media besides Twitter that is used for this movement is a website called change.org. This is basically a website in which people can make a petition for something. In this case, the parents of Trayvon Martin, who was shot and killed by George Zimmerman, made a petition to prosecute Zimmerman as he hadn't been charged for murdering Trayvon Martin nearly 2 weeks after the incident.
This petition by Trayvon's parents then turned into an international movement for justice, inspiring millions to take and call for charges to be brought against the man that killed Trayvon. They gained almost 2.3 million signs from people around the world and won against George Zimmerman. This petition is one of the actual implementations of social media to spread Black Lives Matter movement even without Trayvon's parents realizing it. Change.org and Twitter are only two of the many social media platforms that is used for the implementation of Black Lives Matter movement. By using hashtag Black Lives Matter on Twitter and any other social media, people help the implementation of this movement through the internet.
The use of social media has a significant impact for the movement. For example, in 2014, the American Dialect Society chose hashtag Black Lives Matter as their word of the year. And also, Yes Magazine picked hashtag Black Lives Matter as one of the 12 hashtags they changed the word in 2014.
Memes are also important in garnering support for the Black Lives Matter. Facebook and Twitter spread memes and are important tools for gathering web support in hopes of producing a continuous effect into the offline world. As of September 2016, the phrase Black Lives Matter has been tweeted over 30 million times, and Black Twitter has been credited with bringing international attention to the Black Lives Matter movement. Using the hashtag Black Lives Matter has helped activists communicate the scale of their movement to the wider online community and stand in solidarity amongst other participants.
From the explanation given before, it is clear that both social media and entertainment, in this case music, really do have significant roles in the development of Black Power movement.
Both social media and entertainment help a lot in developing the movement and spreading the messages to many other people. The use of social media has a role in gaining support from many people for the movement. Because it is online, it becomes easier to spread the movement with the help of social media, and so social media can be used as tools to gain support. In addition, entertainment media, in this case music, also has an important role in the development of Black Power movement. Music helps to unite the diversity of many people around the world through the messages contained in it. Music has the ability to unite people, and it can build a strong group solidarity. Therefore, the impact is that, through social media and entertainment, it can create successes to the development of Black Power movement.
In the end, now it can be concluded that it is indeed true that cultural expression has significance in the contemporary Black Power movement.